off the play fake. Kessler. Green's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Kessler looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action. Now Kessler. He'll buy some time right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They go play action with Kessler. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Into the red zone now. It's Kessler. Over the middle, complete. That's Paul. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now Kessler throwing on second down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. This call down near the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Rashad Green as the first half is winding down. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now the return, Rashad Green. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Now they try the right side here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Here we go. Green, 39.
Now Kessler on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well,
now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
First down throw for Bridgewater. He goes underneath to Ingram. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This quarterback now, just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here. Play action now. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Dante Fowler in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Play fake. Bridgewater. His throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. That makes this much more manageable. They'll move it from the 2 to the 1.
Totally manageable because many teams from the 2 want to throw the ball. But you put it at the 1, the running game is totally back in play.
Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And that is caught for the 2 points. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Green to bring it back. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Green to bring it back. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Manti-Te'o coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. On play action, it's Kessler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit! Detroit!
4 down, check, 4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down, Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing is Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
No. Check. Patriot.
Play action. Kessler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
This is taken at the 10. Nice move by Lewis. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Kessler. Over the middle, complete. It's Paul. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A good pickup there at 22. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Set! Green, Detroit! Detroit! Green, 39! Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action. Kessler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Second down, Kessler. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 43 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carr. And he's brought down after a good gain. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. Bridgewater now from the 50. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To the air again with Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And again, it's Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. First down, Bridgewater. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Detroit.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he caught something. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Now the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Detroit! Hurry up!
Play fake. Kessler. Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Kessler on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Kessler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now Kessler. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Now Kessler throwing on second down. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now a handoff to Yeldon. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
All right, here we go. Back Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Paul. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Leopard. Leopard. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Detroit. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue
Now the
90.
Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This was once a 13-point game. Now they've got a chance to go ahead on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another playoff. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.